What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you made it to this video, congratulations, you're on episode 3. So far we discovered this truck, we've cleaned it, so really no more stalling. It's time to see if this thing will fire up. Now this truck is on the original 6-volt system. I do have a 12-volt conversion, a bunch of parts on the way, so I can convert this truck to 12-volt. That'll make it a lot easier to work on. Go down to your O'Reilly's or AutoZone or whatever and get parts. So that'll just make it easier on me for making trips to the auto parts store. But in the meantime, I want to make sure this truck fires up, because what's going to happen is when I do the conversion, and let's say it doesn't fire up, then I'm going to start second guessing the 12-volt conversion that I did, when I should be second guessing what the truck's doing. So the goal here is to see if this thing will fire up on the 6-volt system. And that way, when I do the 12-volt conversion, I know it should fire up. And if it doesn't, more than likely it's something to do with the conversion that I did. So without further ado, let's get going. Step 1 of getting this truck running is to get all this crap out of the way. Man, you know, we're waiting to complete the shop when wood prices get lower. With all the storms and stuff, you know, we had Hurricane Laura, what was it, Sandy, whatever they were, I don't know. The price of wood has really jumped up. I mean, basic economics, if demand goes up, then most likely the price is gonna go up because people are gonna pay it. Well, I'm not paying $30 for a sheet of plywood, so it's just gonna have to wait till it comes down. But in the meantime, let's get all this crap out of the way that I could be building shelves and stuff for if the price of lumber was lower, but it's not. So for now, let's just get this crap out of the way so I have a clean work area to get this truck running. All right, so we're giving ourselves a little bit of breathing room here to work on the truck. I'm really not wanting to do this, but the responsible thing to do is to remove the gas tank. They did clean it out 5 years ago. And I know I could probably get away with leaving it in place, and since it only has a little bit of gas left, just topping it off with gas, and more than likely it would start. But that would throw all that 5-year-old gas through all the fuel systems and through the carburetor, which I'm gonna have to rebuild the carburetor, so dang it. I hate being responsible, don't you? Let's get that gas tank out. So luckily for us, it's raining, as you can probably hear in the background. Perfect day for working on the truck, wouldn't you agree? Let's get started. So luckily for us, the gas tank is in the cab, so a lot easier to get to than my 68 Mustang I just got rid of. So all we're gonna have to do, I say all we're gonna have to do, I'm already shooting myself in the foot, but we're gonna have to fold the seat up and get to the gas tank. I think it might require taking the seat out. I'm hoping not, but let's take a look.
Sailors passing on the street, are you ready for peace? Man,
you can just smell the 1950s in this truck. I don't know how to describe it to you. If you don't normally work on cars, you know that certain cars have different smells. Like my BMW that I used to have, don't worry, I'm not rich. This was like a 1993 325i, I bought it for $1,000. Anyways, this truck smells like the 50s. My Mustang had a certain smell to it. This truck has a certain smell to it. Hard to describe, but it's there. So it looks like the top of the back seats are held in by Phillips head screws. So I'm gonna remove 3 of those guys, and let's get that seat out. All right, so you can see those 3 seat clips. They like go over like this, and the screw goes in them. And holds it to a bar. I've taken those out, and the seat has folded forward. So now we have plenty of access to the gas tank, and I gotta see what it's gonna take to disconnect it from everything, the filler and also the sending unit and all that. So let's get that undone.
We will keep it steady. We will be the confetti.
All right, as you can see, I have the fuel fillers disconnected. It was a simple strap with a flathead screwdriver on both of them, so that's disconnected. The gas can is disconnected. These straps right here have been moved out of the way. So last thing to do is to get the ground wire off, as well as disconnect the tube for the fuel line, and then this tank should come out.
New beginnings, new pride, let your spirit shine. Many more come, many more under the sun. Pack your finest suit.
All right, so we have the tank out. It wasn't too bad, pretty easy. Now these 50s trucks are so simple, even compared to my old Mustang, 68 Mustang, it's a little simpler. So we got the tank out. I think it has a little bit more gas than the previous owner thought it did, because it wasn't, not heavy, but I could tell there's a few gallons in there, and it's about quarter full, I would guess. But we're gonna go dispose of the gas. I'm going to pressure wash, or not pressure wash, but wash out the inside, get a lot of that gunk out as much as I can. That way we can put fresh gas in it, and then we'll put it right back in the truck. So let's go. All right, so I have sprayed some water into the gas tank. I have a bucket here. I'm going to empty the tank into the bucket, and I can already tell it's going to be nasty. The fuel, or what's left of fuel that's in there, is like sand rolling around. So when I poured water in there, that's the first liquid sounds that I heard. So this is probably going to be pretty bad, but let's see. Oh man. This was what was in the tank. Oh my gosh. It looks like dark blood. The bad news is I think that's a lot of rust. So we're gonna have to go through some cycles of cleaning here and see if I can't just get water out. So I'm gonna start doing that now, and I'll catch back up with you. Have taken the top off. Oh my lord, that is some rust. Not good, people. This is the fuel pickup, and it is just caked. Oh boy. Well, time to go do some online research and get some expertise of online 3100 group. Gas tank pickup that just completely rusted off and is on my hand now. That's pretty bad. Well, unfortunately, I think that's where this video is going to have to end. With the gas tank being so bad, the pickup being completely rusted away. Even if I'm going to attempt to save the gas tank, obviously the pickup is toast. So I got to at least get a new one of those. So looks like I got some parts to order. This is probably the first setback of many to come. So it's just part of one of these projects. This is a project of love. So we'll have to get maybe a new gas tank, maybe just a pickup. We'll see what they say online, because the internet never lies. But yeah, so thank y'all for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel if you like this project, and you get to follow it and see where we go. So see you in the next one, guys. Bye.